Hello everyone, today is Friday, July 22nd, 2011, and this is vlog number 2. This week has been a very, very busy week for myself. Last Sunday I went to the Stonewall Democrats meeting. I did a little short video in the Victory Park area of Stockton prior to that meeting. It went really, really well. They're moving forward with a lot, they're helping out in the community a lot, and I really enjoy the group. One thing that I did volunteer to do was become more active in their communications committee, which involves me contributing to their newsletter, which I really, really do like to do. Mondays are usually my ASBG day, which is student government, and so I'm in a meeting from 1:30 to 5 almost, and Monday was a very interesting meeting. A lot happened, a lot got changed, and a lot's moving forward with the student government. So I'm very, very excited for that. Thursday is also a big day for us at the student government. Even though I'm a social media user and I vlog as well, I don't purposely go out there and spill beans to everyone in the world. I'm not one to go, oh, did you hear? Da-da-da-da-da, on the internet. I have done it in person, and I'm working on that, and that's one issue that I am fixing. But online, you gotta watch what you say, because when you don't know what to say online, what are you gonna know what to say in person? And if you let something slip online, you make yourself and any organization, I mean any organization that you're a part of, look bad. Another thing I don't like is hearsay. If Tommy says Susie's been sleeping around with 5 guys, and Susie hears from Jan that she's been sleeping around with every guy in town, that's hearsay. It's not a good example, I understand that, but Jan shouldn't be running off from hearing it from Tommy to go tell Susie in the first place, but after the fact that she did that and then Susie believing it just creates trouble. Unless you hear it directly from the person that has said it, then don't repeat it. I've said things that may not be correct at all the time, but my intentions were not to harm the person. It was maybe made in a joke or that was taken out of context. Unless you know exactly what they intended to say and you translate a word for word what they said and told them the whole context of the situation, it can end up in hearsay and it can end up pissing somebody off. It's not a good thing to do. Wednesday was a very interesting day for myself. I go to school, I don't eat much because I get really, really busy with stuff, and then I come home to relax. When the conversation turns to homosexuality and you're not 100% in agreement with their lifestyle, you do not have to verbalize it, especially when there is one in the room. That's what happened to me. It was very rude what was said, and it pissed me off, to say the least. To say that gays and lesbians should stay home and never show themselves to the world again really irks me, especially when you know that I am, and it's on a TV show that you're talking about. If America's Got Talent wants to vote through because America thinks that somebody has talent, then let them vote them through. There's one kid on America's Got Talent, I can't remember his name right now, it's Daniel something, but he's very flamboyant, very strong stage presence, and I'm rooting for him to win because he has a very good talent. But there's people that I know that are like, what? No, he's too gay. You can't be like that. LGBT people are the same. Just because I'm LGBT doesn't make it okay for you to bash me because you're not. Usually every night of the week I will watch Rachel Maddow, wonderful woman, and while watching her, she mentions the debt ceiling. The Republicans in Congress refuse to raise the debt ceiling. They want another bill or an amendment to be signed first before they raise the debt ceiling. What they don't understand is if the debt ceiling does not get raised soon, we're going to be hurting like never before. We're going to be worse than the Great Depression. And I know I'm not very political all the time, but I mean, come on. You're going to cease checks to disability, checks to Social Security, checks to people who need it, just so big oil, big business, and the wealthy can keep their tax kickbacks and cuts? I don't think so. You got to do what's right for your country. I mean, politics aside, you're an American, and you're elected by the people of America to serve. So you need to be their voice. You need to do what's right by them, not what's right by the multi-billion-dollar corporation. Other than that, the week's been busy. I have been planning a lot. I've been working a lot with student government. I have to find a new system. I have to finish some projects that I've been working on with them. I still need to figure out a way to finish this magazine that I'm doing for the Delta Pride group. It's called Unsilenced.
I'd like you to see it.
It's an LGBT teen to mid-20s magazine that the San Joaquin Delta College Delta Pride Club is putting together. I have a few submissions from some of the members. I'm trying to get other members to submit. I'm debating on what I'm going to be writing, but me and a friend are like co-editors of this, so I'm looking for more stuff on that. I'm also trying to think of something to write for the Stonewall Democrats newsletter now that I need to contribute to that. So I'm working on my writing. Another thing I'm going to be doing here in the next week, I believe, is helping replan the student paper. The week's been good. Just, it's got really hot here. All of a sudden, it's not as bad as it was in early July. It's mid-90s when it's usually 104, 105, so it's okay. But when you live with no air conditioning, it can get hot. That's my week.